Hey guys, MC here, and today just doing a little behind-the-scenes video on me and Silver Quill's collab on the series finale. So the first visual effects shot is kind of near the beginning where we're kind of arguing with each other, so here's how it was in the actual review. That's it, let's dance, you pathetic poultry. And then this is what it actually looks like before like the actual shaking effect. So we come over here, and let's dance, you pathetic poultry. And there's lots of different elements here. Like there's a couple different dust waves down here, as you can see. You can turn those on and off. And yeah, I did about 30 rotations on them. Plus, I have the motion blur on here and help motion blur on their layers, cartoon sound effects, and basically all the rest of the audio. So for the shake, that's basically all I had to do was pre-compose that layer. I go to position and I add the wiggle expression, which basically action movie cam shake effect. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that effect. Then the part where we got beat the crap out of each other. This is what it actually looks like. And something that you guys may not have noticed is if you're watching the background, watching the review again, turn this layer off for a second. If I can. There we go. See, there's kind of like a spark effect, and I did those intermittent on the machines in the background, so if you watch it again, you can see those. So then the actual newspaper itself, it was a little hard to read, so here's what it actually says. Space news. Silver Quill, full moon, hippogriff, Silver Quill buttocks, confused for moon and night sky. There's boy. Silver Quill buttock growth up by 40% in 2020. Kool-Aid Pony causes millions in property damage. It's true, he does cause a lot of damages. And of course, I'm a Stallion of the Year. Okay, so here we are on the first real major effect of the review, where basically this is parodying about how bad Celestia's guards are, and basically they should be cardboard cutouts. So here's how this scene played out.
Oh, this base is operating at full capacity. If you come in here, you're gonna get into a big
funny story.
Slap bag.
When I first watched that episode of Red vs. Blue, that actually legit scared me when the first thing popped up.
Stop your intruding right there.
Stop your intruding right there. I love that episode. Yeah, that's a pre-composed layer right here. Basically, I got the camera following Chrysalis the entire time. I probably could have turned off the motion blur for her, but I don't know. I kind of like the effect on her. By the way, if you pay attention, you'll see that I tried to find as many expressions for Chrysalis as possible, but some of them were inconsistent. Like here, watch her wings. They immediately go from short to white. But it's for a joke, so I'm not going too crazy. I'm not going to waste time making a vector or whatever. So these are like 3 different vectors from like 3 or 4 different vectors. Yeah, see, here's the 4th one. Yeah, there's like 4 vectors from like 3 different people or something. Here is what the actual composition looks like. So all the guards are in a flattened state. They're upside down so that the camera is floating like right above their hooves so that you can't see them.
Oh, this base is operating at full capacity. And if you come in here, you're gonna get into a big slap bag. There's your last warning. Stay out.
Get out of here.
There's another warning. Freeze, intruder. Stop your intruding right there.
And I knew I had to want at least one of the guards to like pop up forward, like in the actual Red vs. Blue episode. So the anchor point is at the bottom or near their hooves or whatever. So when they rotate, instead of just spinning around in a circle, they go whoop. And of course, they all got motion blur on. The reason I do this in a big comp instead of like a 1080p comp, because what was this one? This one was. Yeah, this is a 4K comp, was the fact that for the review was a 1080p comp, but you get more resolution out of it. So always try to work in the biggest possible resolution that you can. Okay, now on to the biggest effect of the review, which was the Matrix scene. So there it all flashed to white.
What happened? Can I open my eyes?
This is the construct. It's
Ignore the
loading program.
looped audio there. So yeah, it's a flash to white, and then you see Morpheus pop out from behind Rarity. So now if we go into the actual comp, this is what it looks like.
What happened?
Oh no, they lost their legs.
This is the construct. It's our loading program.
I actually found someone had actually uploaded green screen footage of the ponies from various episodes, various screen grabs or whatever. If you look here, you can see that Rainbow Dash's green in her mane and her tail is gone. So, yeah, I was like, this effect happens so fast, you're not going to notice it. You could see like the actual shaking that kind of matches the original Matrix. So I went through and did some motion tracking, which wasn't actually too bad. I basically motion tracked his tie, and then you break it down even further. So here it is. Here's that scene by itself. So as you can see, it's just Morpheus, and then you can see like the little bit of white, and then you break it down even further. Here's the original scene where right now, and if you look down here, these are all masks, white masks that I put here. They basically match the color of the background. I basically masked out Neo just so I could have more of a clean play. I technically could have probably used like a difference mat or some other king, but the masking I felt was a little more simpler, and it wasn't too bad. Not that it really matters, but here's what it originally looked like. Neo floating around like, whoa, where am I?
This is the construct.
So here's the null object right here, and then it's kind of stiff. I started motion tracking about right here.
This is the construct.
You can see how like the little square and stuff. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I did track his tie. That's pretty much it for that. And then if we go into Premiere Actual, so we go to the scene where me and Silver Quill are fighting against each other in the verbal attack, if you will.
You want to go against my? Here we go.
So if we can skip forward, so the actual explosion. Boom. So basically, I could have done this in After Effects technically also, but basically not much to say here except explosion effect, blowing on his face like his mind, his brain was exploded and stuff like that. This is just a smoke effect. I got tons of those, and then that's just another smoke effect behind the bench. Now we're at the part where the judge gets launched into space. Again, not much to say here. These are just various dust or debris effects. And then one of my other favorite parts was the Friendship is Magic, that old video from wow, that video is so old now. That was like what, 2013, I think. So basically, I just used the audio from that. Here, this is actually the original footage. As you can tell, it's pretty low quality. It's like standard definition, but that's how it was back then. And Vector of Lesser Dawn, I basically just master inside there. You can actually see a little bit of Celestia's mane right there, but I basically zoomed in just to, pull off the effect. And then this joke I actually came with on the fly. Originally, it's just Silver Quill talking about, how dangerous like her necklace was. Like she just leans down and go, throw it injury. But I was like, me being me, I'm like, how can I push this even further?
The moment she cranes her neck downwards, instant punctured throat.
Meanwhile, on Phaelus' channel, what was that? Five different blood splatter effects. So I'll turn this off just so you guys can see what that looks like. So I was like, it turned out pretty graphic, but it came out pretty good.
Instant punk.
We have Silver Quill reading the book. This is what it actually looks like. I just used a random background, and I used Silver Quill, one of his other vectors that has the shades on, and I just put a mustache on it just because why not? The front of the book would be over here, and this would be the back. So, there's usually like an author's picture and a biography or something right there. So, and then coming down to the end here. My freak out. Basically, he blew my mind, quite literally. That's two different explosions. One is actually in front. One's actually in front, being masked out, and the other one is in the back just to give it a little more depth. Then there's some dark smoke just to the smoking crater of my head. This marks, I think, like the third time I've died. I don't know. I can't remember. We've got to the judge. He's just floating out in space and whatnot.
Here. I'm cold and alone.
Maybe in a 3D model actually of one of the cores from Portal, and I just basically keyed that out and whoop, bam. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So just wanted to make a quick little behind the scenes video on this review, and hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, MC out.